Listen, y'all are in for a treat if you will take down this recipe. If you like baklava, you don't have to go to all the trouble though to make like a real baklava. I've got such a wonderful, doable recipe in December's issue of Cooking with Paula Deen. So, oops, okay, I got something ready somewhere. This is honey baklava cups. And we are gonna use, instead of using all those sheets of phyllo dough, we are gonna use a little phyllo cups. And so I'm real excited about sharing this recipe with y'all. And you know how you always make a syrup to pour over the baklava? Well, that's what we're gonna start with. And I have got, I'm just gonna read it off to you because like I said, if you don't have, this is a great gift. My magazine, seems like it's for a year. It's like $19. Is that right, Eddie? Do you know?
I'm not.
I mean, it's so, and it's just slap-kadab full with all kind of recipes. Well, usually there's a little card in here, you know, that, anyway, it does make a great gift for people that like to cook. But in case you don't have a copy of December's magazine, I'm gonna read this off to you. Now for the honey citrus syrup, y'all got a pen? You're gonna need 3/4 a cup of water. And I've got that measured out right here. We're gonna need 1/2 cup of sugar. And it's measured out right here. Watch it. We are gonna need 1/2 orange thinly sliced. And I have that. And I'm gonna need 1/2 of a lemon sliced, which I hadn't done that yet, so, but it won't take but a second. This knife feels actually a little dull. It's cutting real dull too. Okay, I think one more slice and that'll get it. Okey-doke. Then we're gonna turn that on. We're gonna throw in a cinnamon stick. We're gonna give that a stir. That looks good, just like that, doesn't it? All right, and now I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of honey. And that's what makes that baklava so stinking good. All right, now once this becomes to a ball, I'm gonna cover it and we're gonna turn the temperature down a little bit and we're gonna simmer that after it comes to a ball for about 20 minutes. And we also have to kind of let it cool a little bit. So that's why I'm going ahead and making the syrup first. And next we'll get started on the phyllo cups. Okay, so we let our sauce simmer for 20 minutes after it came to a boil. So I'm pouring it out of this hot pan. So hopefully that'll help it cool a little bit quicker. All right, now for the nutty part. I've got walnuts. I think I'll mix the walnuts and the slivered almonds together because I'm using a small food processor, so I don't think I can get them all in. we want to grind this until it's almost pretty fine. Because, you know, nuts are not really in big chunks in baklava. So let's take a look. I think that looks about right, Eddie. How about you? You think that's...
Yep.
You don't want them to be too big. All right, I'm gonna have to get out another bowl. So we'll just do this in shifts. I'm gonna throw in is my cup. I think it's a cup, or is it a half a cup? No, it's 1 cup each. Not the almond slivers. So the almond slivers is half of a cup. So a cup of walnuts, a couple of pecans, and half a cup of almonds. Now we're gonna add our cinnamon to this batch and our cloves. And I think our sugar, don't we? Yeah. Until nuts are almost ground. Did I get, yeah, I got it all out. So since we had to do this in 2 batches, I'll stir all that together real good so everything will be coated. All right, let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah. All right, so I'm gonna incorporate all this together. And like I said, I'm gonna have to stir that up real good because we want it all to be coated with the spices and the sugar. Oh, this looks and smells like baklava already, Eddie. Now, I have taken our phyllo cups and I have brushed them all with butter. And for that, you'll just need a small little brush. It'll fit inside your phyllo cups, just like that. So I've done every one of those along with Eddie's help. All right, so we're gonna fill our shells up and we're gonna bake these for 20 minutes. And then, after our syrup is cooled, we're gonna pour our syrup over the nut mixture. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? This may be a messy little job, Eddie, but I think I'll be better off doing it like this. So you see how much easier this is than making the old-timey Greek baklava that's so delicious. We're gonna have all those flavors that baklava has. We're just not going to quite that much trouble. But I suspect if you're of Greek descent, you probably know this baklava like the back of your hand. I have to say I don't though. Okay, so I'll be back in a few minutes when I get all these filled, and we're gonna put them in a preheated 350 degree oven for about 18-20 minutes. Okay, there you go. Now the beauty of these baklava cups, they'll hold in a airtight container for 5 days. So this can be done 5 days in advance. So 18 minutes in a 325 degree oven. I think I might have said 350 earlier, but it's 325. So there you go. Ooh, that's good. And it's still hot. But you can see what I did. I poured our syrup into a little colander and drained it. And now when the little cups come out of the oven, I'm just going to take a spoon and drizzle this into each cup. Sounds good, right? Mm-hmm. So, 18 minutes in the oven, y'all, to roast the nuts. And now I'm putting about a teaspoon of our syrup into each cup. And you just want to kind of get it in there as even as you can. And it really does smell like baklava. So I hate to repeat myself too many times, but remember, this is good for 5 days. 5 days. So I like that because there's a lot of desserts that won't hold, you know, that long. And it is great to find wonderful, delicious recipes that you can make that far ahead of time. And they're gonna get better. I cheated and had one. And they're actually gonna get better the longer they sit. And that wonderful honey, fruity syrup. I just hope I'm gonna have enough. If I don't, I will just have to make more. I mean, this is so easy. And so baklava-y. So I do hope y'all will try this recipe because it's worth your time and a little bit of effort. So there you go. Love and best dishes, and I hope it always turns out sweet for you. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.